Okay, y'all.
I don't want to be that
It's
mechanical
Jada on
worship
piano.
leader who just comes in and just starts singing
We here.
and then go to the next thing. God has been so good.
Got a
And if
nice
it had not
churchy
been for
track. Let me
Jesus,
turn
I
this
promise you, I don't
down
know
like
where I would be.
here. Uh oh.
Instead of giving the
That was too
devil
much.
a black eye, would you clap your hands and stomp
Okay,
your
so
feet with me like, you know, like church folks do?
that's what we got going on today, y'all.
My mother said, when we clap
Sorry,
our hands,
took
we
me
give
a
him a headache.
couple of minutes to get
And I
pulled
know
up
he
there.
gave us some headaches. Let's give him one back. And when we stomp our feet,
We're gonna be doing this track today.
the army of
I
the Lord is
am
coming. I want it to sound scary.
letting us listen a little bit.
Come on, come on, come on.
Then we will jump right in about 2 minutes. If you think you know people that might want to learn, get something to drink, join us, share this link, share the channel. So I'm checking my connection. All right. You think you know people that might want to learn? Okay. Y'all, that's right, churchy. Okay. Let me see here. All right. Let me pull up my stream one more time. It's 8:05. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, hope y'all in a good mood after that. Again, like I said, this is Jada on piano, where we make music make sense. This is week 3 of Transcription Live, and tonight we're going to jump into something a little bit more churchy. You guys, let me know in the comments if you're with me. Let me know if you can hear me, clear. Let me know all that stuff. Let me know if you like this kind of stuff. I like to know sometimes I'm not just talking to the camera, but I'm here for whoever's here tonight. We're going to jump right in. So let's go back like we did before. I'm getting into these videos. We're going to be transcribing, going step by step, pulling out the notes. If this is your first time here, I'm going to pull out the notes, and so we can play these things pretty much as close to possible as we can and learn as much as possible in the process. So okay, I just want to make sure I can hear, and let's jump right in. Now, as always, the first thing we need is the key. So let's see where we can grab that from. Oh, let me stop it one more time. If you can see, I'm not sure if it's, I think you can see it, but this is a video from Wheatworks Pro. Sebastian Wheat and his company. I will be putting a link in the description after this is over, so that if you're looking for other videos from them, Sebastian Wheat and his whole channel and everything like that, he's been a staple for years in gospel music instruction, and lately, like every single day, he's been pulling stuff out of like his storehouse, and we get clips like this. So, you know, you might want to check that out. I watch his stuff often just because there's a lot of great musicians that he has to. He's in New York, he's on the East Coast, or he's in the New York area. And so, yeah, he sees stuff like this all the time. So we're going to look into this, dive deep, see what we've got. Now, let's grab our key. Let me see. Okay. Now, it didn't start on the one yet. Got this big old break. We might make it through a good chunk of this because it's going to be repetitive. Got a nice little groove going. Now he's building. Let's get this. Now there it is. He's getting it. Okay, now let's go back. See, we're already 50 seconds in before we're really getting into it. I didn't do those chords at the very beginning. I might go back and get them, but he's really kind of starting here. Once again, we're looking for the key. Now you hear it in the bass note or in the bass guitar. If you're wearing headphones, you can hear it real good. But the bass guitar is only playing what the key is in this case, and a lot of times that is true, especially because there's no real song happening yet. They're just kind of laying back waiting for that moment to come in. She's going to start singing, or she's going to tell them to come in, play full, all those things. So we need the key. Bass player is giving it to us, and the hum we hear is here. That's where we are. So again, like usual, if we start on the C and we're giving that hum, let's go ahead. Now, as soon as I hit this, let's start hearing again. At some point, once you hear this note and you hit that and you can hear that hum that you're humming, you need to start developing your, what am I trying to say? Your ear to hear the intervals. That's the interval of a tritone right there. As in, you see it says F sharp tritone. If I had it like this, it would be the C tritone, but it's still a tritone. 6 half steps away from each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So when you're listening for that note, start listening for intervals. You can hit it anywhere. If this was a note, but you hit this first, you need to be able to hear the third. So that's the kind of stuff that can help you begin to grab your keys, things like that. Now we've got the key. Let me give you the key now that we've got it. We've got, it's our key of G flat. I think we were in G flat last week with Mike Burrell as well. Now this is not only in G flat. I just played the major scale. However, I also want to, I think I'm going to give you also the Mixolydian scale because it's gonna help us here. So this is the major 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Our numbers are pretty much based off that major scale, but let me give you Mixolydian as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Okay. Now while we're using those, let's hear this little movement he's giving us right off the bat. Since we want those notes, we need the rhythm. That's one of the most important parts. Let's go ahead, our trusty rusty tool, slowing down. Let's give it half because all we need is single notes, so it's not gonna ruin the sound so much that we can't hear these single notes. Okay, let's back it up a little bit. He's trying to get it. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing so far. He's got the, and again, we're hearing this. Okay, that's what we hear in the bottom, and then the first note. We're listening for intervals while we're doing this. Okay, let's go back a little bit. And see, I didn't even hear the grace note come in, so that's the first two. He's switching back and forth. That's why I'm hearing two different things. Okay, so let's run it back. Okay, I got the first several notes there. Okay, so something like this so far. Let's see if we can, because he's still really putting this little lick here while we're grabbing it. See, okay, so we heard him do this several times, so let's grab the okay, so we just needed that really for that right there. Let's bump it up a little bit so we can get our quality a little bit better to hear chords now. Okay, because this is going pretty fast, so now notice, and I'm kind of walking through both the construction of the song. We know how to play churchy stuff, but we're grabbing these nice and chunky and really meaty chords that he's got. This is Lauren Dawson, by the way, on the keys, and we're grabbing what he's doing because he's got some really nice stuff here. So you got this in the bass, right? And we've got the notes. Now, already, remember I gave you this scale, the regular major scale, then I gave you the Mixolydian. Right? Already, look what would happen. See, we've already got that there. So this is why I'm giving you that scale. When we are playing churchy music, not only are you using the major scale, but you need that dominant chord that you're going to be using on the one quite often. And I'm going to throw this out here for things that we should know while we're playing churchy music. We've got the bass player. In this case, this is a full band, by the way. You see a keyboard, you see organ, you see 3 horns, you see the bass, you see the guitar, you see the drummer, and you see a percussionist. Okay, so there's no lack for instruments. When you have more instruments like this, that makes everybody's part easier, but everybody has to stick to their role. So with this, because there's a bass player present, we don't have to play the bass. And so a lot of things that we're going to be listening for are the left-hand chords. And in this case, it's going to be a lot of tritones, of course, but then we need the chords on top of those. So tritone chords, I talked about the tritone interval starting right out just because randomly I started on the C. Well, I always start on the C every week so you can see how I'm finding the note if you have no other way to find the note. But you want to start strengthening your ear. But now we see this tritone. I talked about it being 6 half steps. Well, a tritone chord is generally built on a dominant chord, and we need this piece of information for expectations of what we're looking for when playing churchy music. So a dominant chord, that's a major chord, but a dominant chord we know is a major chord plus a minor 7. So that's that right there. Now, when you're playing this chord, the root is important, the third is important, the third of the chord is important, and the 7th of the chord is important. See how that outlines the whole chord? Now, this note is going to be implied regardless whether you play it or not. So what's happening is the bass has got this, right? So now we can do this. Hear how that's the whole chord? Well, instead of him just playing it like this, a lot of times you'll see this happen right here, okay? Now, let me show you the tritone on the 4 chord because it's an expectation. So in the same way, we need a dominant chord in this case. I have the 1, 3, and the 5, and then I need the major 7. Okay, we got that. Now look at what we've also introduced. We've introduced this into our notes in this key already. Okay, so we've already got this really. That's really what we've got. Let me play all of those at the same time. Look at what it's telling us. It's telling us that that's F sharp or G flat Dorian as a scale. So we need to think about those two things while we're, and I'm just playing all the notes. I played all the notes at once and it's telling me the scale. Okay, so I got that. This is the chord, and just the same way I said this was the 1 was important, but the bass player will be playing that often. We need the 3rd, and we don't need the 5th, but we need the 7th. So 3rd and 7th. Same 2 notes, whether I play here or here, right? Now here's what we're going to be doing with that. This is for the 1, right? And I'm showing you my left hand is playing it here, right? And I crossed this over just so you can see what's happening. And then that's the 1 on the B. See that? So what you're hearing oftentimes when you're hearing that back and forth movement, and this is me giving you a little bit of that context here. We're hearing that a lot, okay? Now, one other thing so we can jump in with these tritones. Not only is this the tritone, not only is this the tritone of the F sharp or the G flat, whichever one you're calling it, this is also the tritone for C. Because for the same reason, look at this. This has the root is here, the 3rd, the 5th, and then the 7th, but we take out the 5th. See that? So if the bass player is playing, or Whether the bass, if the bass player plays a C, which isn't in this key, so it's not as likely. It's possible if you're going here for whatever reason, because this is in the key. But anyway, they could be doing that, and you could play this tritone over this chord or this chord. Both of those. You can play this one over here or here. See that? So each of these patterns has two bass notes it can go with. So keep that in mind, because we don't want to miss those opportunities once he gets moving. Now, those are our expectations. Quick rundown of those tritones. Let's keep going, because he's getting into the song. So let's get back. Let's see what we hear with it. So, and I hear him hitting that. Did you hear it? I actually hear that. He didn't hear the tritone. He was just hitting this. Okay. Okay, so now in the I think hold on, let's hear it. I hear a minor 1 chord instead of this is our 1, right? But we've already introduced this Dorian in here as well. So let's see what's going on. So here's our notes that are available that I'm hearing so far. These two, either one of these as a third, and I'm hearing this, and I'm hearing both of these 7s depending on, well, we'll find out where we're using them. So we're hearing these two and these two, but we hear all of that as well. Okay, so let's see what we've got. I went back too far. Sorry. So again, like normal, see, he's really playing down really low right now, but I'm hearing that, and then I'm hearing, we've talked about this in other the last 2 videos, I hear the melody and the bass note. Well, in this case, the bass is playing the bass note. So as far as the chord, I'm hearing, but then I'm hearing, right? So we need a chord here, and we need a chord here. Now, since we've already introduced the this note into our key, we can look at the chords that would have that. Could be this, technically this too. So we could try here or here. But this second inversion chord, again, I don't want to go, I hope I didn't go back too far that time. So, you see that? And he's really playing that with his left hand. What would that be? The 1 chord and the 2 chord. See how this is 1, but he took it from the Dorian scale. And the 1 here, or the 2, sorry. This would be the 2 regardless. Yep. So this is 1 Dorian, this is 2, whether it's the major key or Dorian mode. So we got those, and then he, so, and we can hear that in the right hand real good. Oh, I went back a little too far. Let's run it back. There we go.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on, that's that wonderful name of.
So, and he's even can take that and change that inversion. See that? Now I'm also looking at what his hand did up there. But once he takes this like this, we're not forgetting that that's our possibility. Now, if you remember, we always want to hear that bass note. He's giving us vital information as to what to do.
Come on, come on. Come on, that's that wonderful name of Jesus.
And then here we go. So look what I'm doing. Here's what I'm hearing. Let me walk it back down. Sorry. Bass players got this part. We want to hear these tritones. Sorry, tritone. We're on this chord. It's a way to look at it like that. We can walk it up simply, or we can split it between the hands. Now the 3-note chord feels a little bit more natural. What are these chords? F sharp, G, and then A flat. See that? And then all of those were tritones. Okay. Sorry, too far. Hold on, let me go back. About it right there. Okay.
Come on, that's that wonderful name of.
Okay, so and then he goes. We got that, and then we need to. So we're hearing the bass is here, so we know we need a D flat chord. But what is he doing in the right hand? This is the note right here. That's what I'm hearing over that. You see, I had to stop to think about it because I was hearing, but I need to fill in the gaps. So why am I, again, we've introduced this note already with our Dorian scale, so this is not uncommon, right? But there's two things happening here. If we were just going to play churchy song, that's that wonderful, right? We're expecting to go to the 4, right? So, but we're here right now, so we took this. I'm expecting this next, and I'm expecting this. If we looked at it in the key of B, that would be a 2-5-1 in B. 2-5-1, we already know, is minor. On the 2, 5 would be dominant, and then the 1. But in this case, this is, and then we're back in our key. This chord is the 4 in our key. So we're still in F sharp. He just, borrowed for a quick second, right? But we're expecting this to be minor because it's following a 2-5-1 motion. So, and that chord, we heard that E.
Come on, that's that wonderful name of Jesus.
He might even. Let's see how many E's he's hitting there, because it could be full or he could be playing the 13 in the chord. Let's hear. We're almost hearing just that. Let's see.
Come on, bless that wonderful name
Let's see if we hear the A flat in it. Let's listen. Sorry, went back too far. Okay.
wonderful name
Yeah, okay. So we would hear now what do we have? Hear that? So now we just talked about this chord. We're using a bunch of tritones. So in the left hand, knowing that we need thirds and sevenths, what is my third of this chord? Right? Of a major, of a dominant chord, sorry. So I need the 1, I need the 3, and here would be the 5, but then I need a dominant 7, right? So I need a 3 and a 7. Pull those out. Could be that one or that one, right? So here, this one makes sense because we're going to, either one. That one just sounds muddier to me. So I want this one. And also, notice how this ties right into the rest of the chord, right? Nice and crunchy. You hear that? This is why I'm doing this video, because these may not be obvious voicings. And then we're going down, right? So we started here, or no, it was here. See that? So we did. That's all we've done. Now we're ready for a 4 chord or a B chord. Let's see what he does with it. Remember the rhythms are also important. So notice he added just a little double pop there. See that? Oh, we missed the chord. Let's go back. Okay. I'm hearing either that or that. We're hearing a smash. Let's hear where that smash is. I'm hearing that C and that A. Oh, went back too far. Here it comes. Hear that? See, hear that? But that's way too clean. See, now we have to find the smash. I'm thinking it's that C and that D flat because we hear that smash. I know you hear it right along with me. We gotta get that because it just that rub was real nice. Let's go back. Okay, that's a little better. I think it's that. Okay, yeah, that C and that D flat. Oh, that was a classic move there. So he hit this down here, right? That's what we've got with that. So that whole move, I'm piecing it together bit by bit. Oh, sorry. See that? We've got all of that. Now he didn't hit it any more than that yet. He's just kind of playing the rhythms off, okay? Now, let's jump into a concept because I heard it. I'm hearing whole sections of this because we've heard these types of chords before, but we don't know them as full movements. I talked about this at the very beginning, right? Look what is going to happen with this. Okay, watch this. This is a minor 1. This is the 2. Back to the minor 1 first inversion. This is first inversion of the 2. Second inversion 1. Second inversion 2. Back to root 1. Root 2. First inversion. First inversion. Second. Second. So we are carrying that, and you can do that indefinitely. See that? We can start anywhere and go down or up. Right? If I start on the first inversion, right? Right? So he did this, the one. Now, look at the chords we're given. It's giving us sus2 off the, it's a dominant chord there. Then it's just giving us the first inversion feel. sus2. See that? Giving us F sharp minor. See that? So it's giving us both. we're getting a good foundation here, but we've gone through only just a little bit of this because I want to make sure we get it. Might have to break this down over several weeks. So I'm playing that rhythm. Let me slow that down because I want to make sure that we nail that rhythm. The feel of this is just as important as the chords. Here we go. So he hit that in there a third time. This is me tapping. Let's try that again. So if that was me with a steady beat, you can see it because I'm tapping right here. Slow it down. First two. Get that rhythm? Ultra slow. Notice how the last two were off beats of the, we're in completely in between, halfway in between. So we had two on. And three off. Okay, so that is what we need as far as rhythm. We grabbed that rhythm. Let's kind of get that, sped it back up again. We don't want to lose too much quality as we're working, and let's keep going. And notice he hasn't hit a whole lot in his left hand. Okay, so we had a little action in the left hand there. Let's catch all of that. He was actually messing with a button as well, so. That's what I think I hear. Let me go back again. He's playing you can use that tritone for the 1 and the tritone to 4 to play off of each other as a lead in. This is 1 to 4, this is 4 to 1, you know. So they feed in or lead in real nice. Notice how he's got a nice little rhythm there, but every time he wants to lead in, he will just accent it. So, I'm forgetting the whole thing. See, when you got a lot going on here. This is what practice is for. Right now, we're learning notes. Oh. So he was on the 4. That's what's getting me lost and caught up here. Woo. I want to get there so bad. Oh. Oh, I went way too far back. Sorry, y'all. Oh. Maybe I need to get the melody first so I can see what I'm matching with it. So we've got minor and we've also got diminished. And we definitely need, notice how this is what we're using. Remember, I use these 1-2 pass over all of them, but then we heard this. These 2 notes are in the chord, and then see. Sorry. Nice. We got that, but let's get all of it because he did some moving there. There we go. So he hit it and then he goes. Okay, so if we do all of that, sorry y'all, my microphone won't sit still, so you keep seeing me play around with it a little too much. We started here, and then no. That's what all that is, slow. Okay, and then we got the little classic move. Let's hear. Oh, wait, not that one. He did a little move in between. Oh, we forgot that. Oh. And then this move. Is it off of the same 2 notes? Let's hear it. Because we hear that rub again. I'm hearing it in this register right here. Hear that? Wow. Now, why am I doing this slow? Y'all, I'm learning right along with you. I can hear the notes, but I play churchy music the least often, especially in this modern way. Yeah, I do play churchy music, but I don't have, this isn't in my current repertoire, but it will be after this, and this is why I'm like, I probably need to finish this whole video up, or at least, you know, the chorus or something. Not the chorus, but the first part, because it's something that'll help us all. Okay. We can hit it just like that. Okay, so we got that, and then we go back into a nice little round of it. Let's catch it. Let's catch what he's doing here. I almost feel like he did 3 tritones in a row there. Let's check. I think I'm going to slow it down here because I want to get as much of this in as I can. I'm going to slow it down even more. Going to lose a little quality, but not too much. Okay. Hold on. I didn't even slow it down. There we go. We'll run it back. Yep. So we really went like this, and if we're looking for this down here was functioning far more like just a lead in. We know this is 4. We know this is 1. What would this be? This could be either this or this if we put a bass note to it, but the bass player wasn't even playing a note, he just was leading into it. See that? So just giving us some rhythm. See how that, and then I'm hearing that other lick there, so and notice how he rolled into that. You'll hear it there. Real classic as well. Going into well, I won't say it yet. So I'm trying to get the whole thing. This crunch here, those 2 notes are nasty against each other, but they're so quick. And you've got, let's hear what the bass player did with it, because he was walking it with them. That'll give some insight there. So we do hit this chord in there. The B flat starts that little piece off, but then we're spacing it out a little bit after that. Okay. This is the crunchiest. I wouldn't put that with that, but unless y'all hear something totally different. I almost want to leave the E flat out because that rub just is. See that? That can go with it if we so choose. And I really want to put that. So let's. That's so much better. See how? Had to work with that a little bit. And then he hits. Right? This is where it's going. Let's hear what the bass note is. I know what it is, but I want to let y'all have a chance to hear it as well. See that? Now we've got the 7. This is everything we've got, the melody and the 7, right? We know we have one progression with a 7. We got a 7-3-6. So I'm expecting this. Listen to the bass real quick and see if you can hear those notes. I want you to hear that. Get it in. So did you have the 7-3-6? That's what we're getting because we hear that melody walking us down. Now let's hear what if he's putting any chords with it. So I'm gonna put the 7th with it. Well, that's the bass player. We need a 7, so we need the real 7 is O. I'm gonna play it like this because the real 7 has this note in it and this, and he's there. I could play the whole thing, but I'm gonna play it like this because he's playing these out here like this to give us that feel, that diminished. Now let's get those next two things. That was the first one. So we're here. We don't even have to move the chord much because this is the B flat major, or dominant, sorry. Hear that? So he didn't even play the last chord. I want to play it like that. That's definitely the function of the chord. Okay. Oh, forgot. And then he didn't play anything. So we got and then bass player. That's a possibility, but that's a possibility, but he didn't play anything there as we're grabbing this. And then he's walking in with the bass player. That's where we're probably going to join, but I'm kind of rushing through now because we got just a couple of minutes, maybe 5 more. Right? We're walking from that 3, leading to the 5. Let's see. Sorry. I think he did hit it in his left hand. That would be weird, but that's... The tritone for the E flat is normally that, but he did not hit that dominant chord, definitely. It almost sounded like he did that with his tritone in the left hand. He crunched that. I think the chord is here. Now he's using that chord. We got that one, but what was the first one? He hits 2. Could be that right there. Just a simple half step move. Here we go. Let's try it. Okay, so I think that's what we've got. Let's listen. Forgetting the whole thing. And see, that's what I'm doing down here because I need to fit all this in. Sorry, my mic is playing with me again, y'all. Normally it's not on the move, but today it is. I want 2 more chords before I end this. Let's hear. Here's why I wanted to play that, because I'm listening to the bass, and I know we're ending the song, so this is the bass move. That's what the bass is doing. But he's giving us the chords there. And that's why I want them right now. Listen. Oh, I went way too far back. Well, let's let it run. Or that's a flat 9 chord, so hold on. So I need this tritone. That's why I'm trying to match it with a bass note. So right, that'll get us through the whole first phrase, except for the little tag there on the end. So I've got that much of it, okay, but remember we started here. Sorry, and then he started here. And he went, I don't forget what we did. Let me see. That was a while ago. Oh, we started right here. And then we did, and then we went to the 4. There it is. I'm trying to remember, y'all, what we did because we covered a whole lot. And then we walked this up. This is why I would have to go back and learn each part. And then we match with it. Right? That's what we've got so far. I got to go back and get the notes myself, okay? So if you need to do the same thing, totally all right. But we've got this much. There's so much more to this. I think we're going to have to do a part 2 definitely for this because there's a lot to cover here. We did quite a bit here. Anyway, went just a few minutes over, but check me out next Monday. We're going to get the rest of this. You know, I don't want to be much longer than an hour each time we work through these things, but we're transcribing, we're learning, we're getting new chords, we're getting new voicings. If you like this, tune in next week. Should be around the 8 o'clock hour Central Time. That would be like 9 Eastern. But yeah, tune in, talk to me, chat with me, hang out with me a while. We're going to finish learning as much of this song as we can. So you take care and you have a blessed week. Bye.